Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would hop in here for a little bit real quick. I am sitting at work. If you notice, this is my work table. It's what you always see when I'm at work or at the log shop. This is where I work at. But I've had a lull in customers, mainly just phone calls today. I've had a couple people in, but nothing really that I had to do. So I thought I would share with you, which I don't think I've shared with you yet, but if you watched my previous video, I was doing a frog it or finish it, cleaning out a basket of just random stuff in my craft room. And this project right here is the only project that I actually said I was going to finish. Everything else was going to get frogged. So I'm using this ice yarn. This is, there's no color on this, but it is a light cotton. It is a size 3 yarn, and it says to use a 4mm knitting needle or US 6. I'm not sure what I'm using, but we'll check here in a minute. But this is a yarn that I'm using on that. I've had this for a while, just never figured out what to do with it since it is a size 3, and it's gray. I mean, it's not a cool color, but I am using it, and I am making this washcloth. I'm going to go ahead and undo this since I've studied a little bit and I know where I'm at. So we should be okay with doing this. This is, just turned around. What did I drop? This is the Kaleidoscope Dishcloth. It is a pattern by Fiddlesticks. You can see the website fiddlesticks.com. This is a free pattern. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's why I chose the solid color and not a variegated. But, I mean, so far, so good. It is just knits and purls. They do have a written, but I chose to follow the graph instead. So you cast on 46 or 42 stitches, and this, let's see, what's it saying to use? This says Universal Cotton Supreme, whatever that is, I don't know. But they're saying a US 7 or 4.5mm. I think I'm using smaller since I'm using a smaller. I'm guessing that Supreme is just a regular size 4 weight yarn. But since I'm using smaller, I think I went with the smaller hook. But we'll check that in a minute. But like I said, I am just following the graph. And I have written myself notations down here. This just a plain square is knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side. The plus is purl on the right side and knit on the wrong side. So you read it like this, back and forth, like you was reading a book. I have finished one full complete. As you can see, this one is scribbled out. Got 5, 10, 15, 20. There's 16, and then there was like 4 or 5 rows of, you know, just what's it called? I don't know, where you knit both sides, so it's kind of ribbed on the bottom. But anyway, since I know where I'm at and what I'm doing, I am just taking my paper and I'm rolling it up each row to highlight where I'm at. And then I'm using these little clippies that I got at the Dollar Tree. So let's get this all put back together. I'm just holding it like this, and I know I'm on the bottom row, so. And I'm clipping my little paper right there to the bottom so I don't lose my counter. So that's what I have. Like I said, I'm ready to start over with row 1 on the right side. And I did mark my right side with a stitch marker. As you can see, this is my right side. This is my wrong side. This is a reversible pattern. And like I said, I think so far so good. Yeah, I am using a size 7, a 4.5mm, which this is what this recommends. Well, it says US 6 with a 4mm. So I'm using a smidgen bigger, but this might be the closest that I had knitting needle wise, which I am using circulars. Even though this is a flat pattern, I'm using circulars. But this might have been the closest that I had to what was recommended for this yarn. But these are the knitting needles that I got from Hobby Lobby a few years back. I like to get them out and use them. They are the plastic, or maybe they're acrylic, I don't know. But I really like them. Not only do they have the numbers or the size, I'll do this one because it's right side up for us. Not only do they have the size right here on the plastic part of the needle, they also have it up here on the metal part. So should this ever wear off for whatever reason, it's still up here, which I appreciate that. That is one thing that I actually like about these knitting needles. So yeah, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to grab, I don't have a stitch marker. I'm gonna have to figure something out because all I have with me today is just this right here and the pattern. I have nothing else. I just threw my phone on the floor. I don't even think there's anything in the bottom of the bag. Nope, my bag is empty. No stitch markers on the handles. Crumb. Well, I'm gonna have to find something, but I will mark the stitch here somehow. I will mark the stitch here of where I'm at so that we can see any progress that I might potentially make on this by the next time that I show you this project and see how much progress I've actually made. Okay, I actually found a safety pin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the stitch marker off of here and put it over here because this would not be as bulky and in the way as a safety pin, especially this monstrous huge safety pin that I found here. So I'm just gonna stick it through the loops. Yeah, try not to. There we go. Alright, there is my new stitch marker notating the front of my project. And I'm going to take this one. I'm going to stick it right here. I don't want to go through my yarn. Right there through the row that I just finished going into. So there I have my project marked for where it was the last time that I seen you. And I can't remember how many repeats it says to do. Oh, it's 6 rows of garter. That's what it's called. 6 rows of garter on the bottom. And then rows 17 through 48, repeat the 16 rows of pattern chart 2 more times. So I repeat this 2 more times. So let's see how long it takes me to get this done. It might take me a long time, and I might just fly through this and have it done pretty quick. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. Let me know down in the comments below what you are working on this weekend, and I will see you in my next video.